Hello and welcome to today's video. Today I'm going to be doing the birthday book tag. As you're seeing this, it's my birthday. We're actually 5 days ahead right now, trying to get on top of this recording and making sure I'm getting videos out. But yeah, we're 5 days ahead, so in 5 days time, the day you're seeing this, it is my actual birthday. I'll be turning 27. I don't know, like 27 still sounds old to me, but like I don't feel old. But there we go. Let's get into the actual birthday book tag. So the birthday book tag I saw on Bookish Gems channel last year, and I jotted it down. I was like, oh, I'll do that next year. And here we are. So this is my birthday book tag. I'm just going to get straight into the questions. There are 7 questions altogether, and they're just like birthday-ish related questions that you can talk about a book for. So let's get going. Question number 1. Birthday cake. A book with a plot that seems cliche, but you adore it anyway. This is easy for me. This is Red Queen. I don't know what it is about this series. Everything about it is just like completely like YA 2010s tropes, and they're just continuous, you know, like every trope that you can think of that YA was doing in the 2010s is like what this book is, and I absolutely love it. I adore it. It's so much fun, and it's not just this book, it's the entire series, but it's such a good series. Like, yes, it is tropey, yes it is cliche, but it's a great time, and I had a great time reading it. It was a few years ago now that I actually read it, but I still think about it, and I still think like, oh, like I really hope that I would still enjoy this series now, and I really do think I would, even though it is a bit cheesy, a bit tropey. I think the story itself really holds up. This is essentially a book about reds who are commoners and silvers who are elites with superpowers, and that is based on the colour of your blood. So of course we are following Mare, a red girl from the poverty-stricken stilts, and then one day we figure out she's got powers, but she's not got silver blood. Oh my gosh, what's going on? What could happen? She's gonna have to go in with the silvers and figure this out. Such a fantastic time. Yeah, cheesy, yeah, like cliche, but like so good. So good. Question number 2. Party guests. Your most anticipated book release for this year. So I'm taking this as like the 12-month period between this October and next October. Right now, with what I currently know that's coming out, which I'm going to be honest is not a lot, the book that I am most excited for comes out in January, and it is Wayward Children book 9, and the title of it has been announced, and it is Mislaid in Parts Half Known. And it looks like it's going to be a dinosaur book, which wasn't what I was expecting. I was expecting book 9 to take us back to being within Eleanor West's home and be like a present timeline sort of thing. But I'm not sure. It looks like we might be having another book where we're discovering another world, at least based on the cover, which I'll shove somewhere here. It looks dinosaur-y. I know nothing more than that. I just love the Wayward Children series and think it's a really lovely series, so can't wait to get another book in it. Question number 3. Birthday presents. A book that surprised you with how much you loved it. This is very easy as well. This is Athena. This is a very short little like sci-fi novella. It's to do with portals to multiple dimensions, and I thought I'd like it. Like, I purchased the book, I thought I'd like it, but it surprised me how much I did, because it's also then really humorous, and I actually enjoyed the humour in it. It was great. So in this book we're in an IKEA-like store. The store itself is essentially IKEA. It's a big box furniture store, and in this store you get dimensions, like these portals that open to multiple dimensions, and an elderly lady slips through, and 2 of the minimum wage employees who are working at the store have to follow through and try to find this old lady. And then there's an added dynamic there of they're broken up. These 2 employees used to be together and they're broken up, and it was just a really fun time. I was so thoroughly pleased with how much I enjoyed it, and I enjoyed it way more than I thought I would. Question number 4. Happy birthday song. A book that certainly deserved all the hype it got. Look, I'm not even going to talk about this book. It's Legends and Lattes. Everyone knows about this one. If you haven't read it, give it a go. It is cozy, fantasy, low stakes, just a great old time. If you've never heard of this book, which I think is very unlikely, we follow our orc barbarian Viv, who's put down a sword to go to a small town of Foon to open a coffee shop. But no one in Foon has ever heard of coffee, so they call it things like bean soup or bean water because they don't understand what coffee is. And we just follow Viv and the friends that she makes along the way in opening this coffee shop and trying to get things to work out. And it's just a really lovely time. Question number 5. Happy Music, a book with some very beautiful and truly memorable quotes. For me, this, I've picked an entire series and I don't own it. I really want to buy it because I need to reread it and I need to annotate it, because the quotes in this, like, I don't often get drawn to that sort of stuff. I don't really mind too much about like beautiful writing because like I'm more there for the plot and that. But for me, this series, Lady of Darkness, is book 1, and it is the Lady of Darkness series. 5 main books, 1 novella, and then there's also a load of extra little bonus chapters on the author's website that you can access, and so good. But this series for me, there were so many things in it that I really related to. There were so many quotes that made a lot of sense. Like, it put into words things and feelings in such a way where it's just like, this just clicks. This literally just clicks. And these quotes are like things that are going on in your head, things that are going on in relationships, and exploring relationship dynamics and being there for one another and all that sort of thing. Like, a lot of internal struggle, but a lot of like relationships with other people as well. And the quotes in it were absolutely great. If I can find a few online, I'm not really sure how because I read these on Kindle Unlimited, I will put some in here, but I'm not sure if I'll be able to find any. But if I can, I'll pop a few examples in here. Question number 6. Getting Older, a book that you read a long time ago but you think you would appreciate it more if you read it as a more mature reader. I don't really have a real answer for this. This is a book that I already loved. This is the Thursday Murder Club, and I guess the entire Thursday Murder Club series. I already love this book, but I do also think it's a book that will come with me through time, and the more time that I spend with it, the more time I spend in this world. Like, as I get older and older and I reread it and reread it, I feel like I'll get more from it each time, and I'll also enjoy it more each time. So that is my kind of answer. Then question number 7. Sweet Birthday Memories, a book that kept you incredibly happy during a sad or demanding period in your life. This is a very easy answer for me because this book I still think about to this day. It was so absorbing. I was so in this world. I was so just like enamoured with everything going on. You just completely get out of your own head and be absorbed in it. It is book 4 to a series, I will say that. Like, books 1 to 3 I'd already read, and then this came out and I picked it up and I could not put it down, and that is Winterkeep. This is book 4 in the Graceling Realm series, and essentially in this Graceling world you are born human, as we are in the current world, in the real world I guess you could say, or you are born and either at birth or not long after you've been born you have or develop 2 different coloured eyes, and if you have 2 different coloured eyes it means that you have a grace. And if you have a grace, you essentially have a special ability in something, but you don't know what that is. So for instance, you could be really, really skilled at archery, but it doesn't mean that you can like do knife throwing, or like, you know, you'd be really good at like fighting necessarily. It's just a very specific, very exact skill that you have. And yeah, in books 1 we follow a character. In book 2 we follow a different character and we kind of figure out how they could be related. In book 3 we follow a character that we met during book 1, and in book 4 we follow the character that we met during book 1, but we also have other points of view. And this book 4 brought the world together in such an interesting way. There's essentially like 3 sections of the world, and in this book we really explore the dynamics, and it gets more political, but not necessarily in a sense of needing to understand the politics. It's more political in like the travel, in the seeing different people, in seeing the same thing or the same issue from different people's perspective. And yeah, I absolutely love this book. I can't tell you anything about it because of like risking spoiling other books, but I am so incredibly happy that I read it, and I definitely want to reread it at some point. I just feel like I will continue to be absorbed by this book and all of the things it did. And you know, we only really know one character properly going into this, one character perspective that we've had before. Everyone else is new, but by like a few chapters in you were like rooting for certain characters, you're hating other characters, like it just got you absorbed and got you into the story and the world so quickly. It was just, yeah, completely out of your own head in this book, absorbed. So that is my answer for that one. And those were all of the questions. So I did talk about 7 books in total today. These 5 you see here, and then also Lady of Darkness and Wayward Children book 9 that I can't remember the title of right now, but there we go. Those are all the books that I've spoken about during this tag. I do hope that you've enjoyed it. I know it's only a little short sweet video, but I had a really fun time filming it, and I had a fun time reminiscing over all of these fun fantastic books that I've enjoyed over the past few years. So yeah, that is it from me. Please do give the video a like if you liked it, subscribe down below if you'd like to see more content like this, and hopefully I'll see you next time. Bye!